Welcome to Shepherd's Coffee Talk. Today it's very interesting. We're going a little bit out of our norm here. We're going to talk about fashion, how to dress. We all know about body shapes, you know, if you're an apple, an inverted triangle, and how to dress them. But you know what? There are style personalities to dressing.
Absolutely. I've learned a lot about body shape, my body shape, and how to dress it. It's changed how I shop, how I dress. It's a fantastic little key. But today we're going to talk about style personalities with Elaine Charron. She's a stylist and body shape expert here at Shepherd's. Now, my first question is, why would I care that I have a style personality? What difference does it make?
Right, exactly. So it's developing that awareness about your own style helps you make better decisions when you're shopping. Make better decisions when you're creating a look to go off to an event or even just dress on the daily. You know, when you see a woman, you say, wow, she looks so well put together. And that can happen when you know yourself. It can happen in 1, 2, 3 steps so easily. So if you're looking to unlock that information, that's where knowing your style personality really comes in handy.
How many are there? Sorry, Marlene.
Yeah, exactly.
How
Same
many?
question.
We're like so excited to know.
Right.
How many personalities are there?
Where our style guru here, Catherine Thompson, who leads our body shape and style consultations, has set up 6 of them, okay? And today I think we're delving into the dramatic, and we happen to have a dramatic right here with us.
But how do we know where we fit? How can we determine that?
When you come in for a consultation, we do a personality quiz. And it may seem, there's 13 questions, and you look at the questions and you think, really? And at the end of it all, it's so telling.
Yeah.
So it talks about your style in terms of clothing. It also talks about your actual personality. For example, if you're a classic, which we'll talk about in another segment, you're probably an A-type person. So everything has to, you know, you're going by lists. If you're having people over for dinner, everything has to be perfect. You're anticipating your guests' every need, da-da-da-da-da. So it relates to every aspect of your life.
Right. I know that I'm pretty much a sporty spice. That's pretty much my personality, with a little bit of some other influence, which I'll be interested to find out as we go through these personalities over the coming weeks. But today we want to focus on
The dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know I'm a dramatic. And tell me what I'm like.
Okay.
Show me.
Well, let's look at what you gravitate to. Okay, so for example, and you know, we've been shopping with you, so you know, so you'll walk into a store and you are looking for pieces with instant impact. So you might see something way over there, and then something else will call you over here, and pieces that are completely unrelated. But the name of the game for you is impact and statement. You'll go off to the cash, you'll have 3, 4 pieces, again, that make no sense together, but you know that at home you've got the basic pieces that will make these work. So for a salesperson to follow you around the store, oh my God.
They call me a squirrel, like I'm all over the place. I love this, I love this, I love this.
Yes.
But you're so right, yeah.
And you know instantly if you like something or not.
That's what I was going to say. You've made it sound like a dramatic knows what they want.
Exactly.
And that's, for most women, shopping, it's one of the most difficult things
That's
to know
right.
what you want.
So you can walk into a store and walk out within 15 seconds, literally, if there's nothing that grabs your eye. The issue with that sometimes is that if you take a little more time to look through, or if you get the assistance of a salesperson who knows their product, you may find yourself coming out with a great capsule collection that'll work for your lifestyle.
Right.
So there's pros and cons to being a dramatic.
Right. And so how do you know if you're a dramatic? Like, what is it about you that makes you that?
Right. So you're going to look for specific colors, jewel tones, right? Bright tones, bright colors. Soft pastels, muted tones, not necessarily your bag. You're not into trends. It's about your style. And again, it's about, you have no problems with making an entrance. So you will value your basic pieces, your basic black canvas or navy or whatever the color is. You'll look for a statement jacket, pop up the collar, most probably, right? And then add a great statement necklace. So again, you know, like the trends right now are for very soft, delicate clusters of gold necklaces. Not for you.
Not for me.
No, that's right. It has to have an impact, lightweight, of course, too, but you want something that's going to have some oomph, and when you walk through that door, you don't mind making heads turn.
Now, I know there are some characteristics, and you can read off your list.
Yes.
Because and it's shocking. You've had the test.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my God, that's me. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so you're more interested in style than trends, as we've mentioned. You like to stand apart. Okay. You are a clothes horse. I don't know if that relates to you. And interestingly enough, what we see at Shepherd's is that although you're dramatic, when you come into, let's say, semi-retirement, retirement, or a different part of your life, you may gravitate into more comfortable clothing. Okay. So that's where this comes in, where you may have been a clothes horse before. That means someone who kind of lives and breathes clothing, and gravitate towards other interests and priorities. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does for me.
Okay. Great. Fabrics as well are very important to you. So you'll love suede. You'll love bold textures. Again, bold is another word that really fits within the dramatic style. Yeah.
Interesting how people can have these tendencies inside, you know, sort of know they're drawn to certain things, but not know how to express. See, for me, clothing is an expression of our personalities. And this is what we're talking about so beautifully. When you know who you are, like inside, you can bring it more out on the outside through your clothing as another expression. Now, if we were to take, let's say, a simple black dress and put something on that to make it look like a dramatic, can you suggest a few ideas that we might work with?
Well, I'm gonna hand this over to you, Marlene. What would you do with a little black dress?
Well, because it's just the canvas, I mean, and so that it's going to be statement jewelry. It could be, if I could wear belts, it would be a belt, necklace and earrings. It could be a great jacket. And it's not about forming the figure for me. It's more about bold colors, the contrasts. I love black and white. And it's ease. I always look for an easy thing, because that's where the black canvas, or like you say, navy or brown, whatever you anchor your wardrobe with, and then you just add I say panache.
Yes.
The pizzazz to it.
Pizzazz, flair, that's what it's all about for the dramatic. Whereas the little black dress, on a classic, let's say, she might just do a little strand of pearls.
Where I would have like 5 strands of it, right? Yeah, well, I mean, I just think it's really interesting to know your personality. And that's why this test is really fun to take. And there's a series of, 13 questions. And then by the end of it, we can tell you what personality you are, and basically what you talked about, how you shop, what you look for. And often, you go shopping with a girlfriend, and she thinks you look really good in something, or says, try this on, and you're going, it's not me.
This happened to me a few times. I have a few pieces in my wardrobe, which I'm going to gift now, that they've been there for 2 years, little tops. And I put them on, and it was one of them was a particular color that is not this. I love these soft tones, and it was a very bold red color, which would be beautiful on you. And I've tried putting the top on so many times with different things, and I just can't get out of the house with it. I just can't do it.
And it's not necessarily that it doesn't look good on
No,
you.
it's not
It's just that it's not you.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and that's when customers come into the store, it's always interesting, because they say, we don't know their personality, right? We don't know their look. We try to analyze that when they come in. We kind of look what they have on and try to say, okay, let's move them into this direction, show them this. But because we're just looking at them and their shape and their coloring, because I think it's important to look at your hair and your eye color and your skin tone.
Absolutely.
We can suggest something to them that we think and probably looks terrific on them. They don't feel comfortable because it's not dramatic enough, or it's not soft and feminine enough. So it's important to know what you are and go with your feeling of what you are, not with your girlfriend.
Yes, and just like everything else, the more you know yourself, the easier this all becomes.
Yes.
So some of the people coming into your store may not even know that they're a dramatic. They might be drawn to, but too afraid to try certain things, right?
Exactly.
And then once you liberate yourself, so to speak, and allow yourself to try that statement necklace, or try that long sweater you've been eyeing, but you didn't really know if you could get away with it or whatever. Like, this is what it's all about. Clothing and fashion should be enjoyable and fun, and all about personal growth. I mean, it is personal growth. To your point too, Elaine, about how the different chapters in our lives are reflected in how we want to dress. But it doesn't mean that just because you leave your job, your full-time job, that you're done.
That's right. Maybe you're limited, you know, maybe you have foot issues over time. So you're keeping your footwear minimal, but again, you can accent with some great jewelry, some great scarves. And you know what? The dramatic is so easy to buy for.
We are, yeah,
right?
we are very, yeah.
Because you
Just look
know-
for an item.
Yeah, just an item. And you are very item driven. Instead of, again, we talked about a capsule wardrobe, that's not your bag. You go for items, big items. Let's talk about wardrobing as well. So in principle, the dramatic will keep pieces in your wardrobe for quite a long time because you know that they're pieces that you can bring out, let's say 2-3 years from now. They'll have just as much impact as they did the first time. Wear them to a different audience, a different event, and it's still a wow.
And because we don't follow trends,
Yeah.
so that means you can pull it out.
Absolutely.
Good, yeah. So what else is there about dramatic?
She
Tell me
wants to
more about
know it
myself.
all.
We want more.
But you can be a combination too.
Yes,
that's a good
Right?
point.
So
Thank
you
you.
can't, you're not all dramatic, you can be dramatic and a little bit of classic. And,
Yes.
and most people are a little bit of a combination.
That's right. Catherine, again, our fashion guru here at Shepherd, had mentioned that she has never seen women be such a mix of personalities, and that has to do, as you've mentioned before, with the changing market. So we've gone to, there's so many more clothing pieces now that are more comfortable, have more stretch to them. There's more collections available. There's less rules involved in dressing. So
It's true.
it's so much easier. We've got online shopping now. Like, for example, here at Shepherd's, we've got a great online store. So you can shop from the comfort of your own home. That has changed, you know, the shopping habits dramatically as well. But be all end all, think of Cher, think of sequins, Bob Mackie. So again, you know, your red lipstick.
Yes.
That's very,
yes,
very.
yes, yes.
So, you know, you're not going to apply all kinds of tones of eyeshadow and makeup. No, it's got to have impact, drama, boom.
Boom.
And now the different, just go through the personalities because we're going to have them coming up in
Coming weeks.
coming
Yeah.
weeks.
Right.
There's the classic.
There's the classic, not to be, so the classic is not a conservative, okay? Just to, so the classic
Clear
is a
that
good
up.
thing, it's a good thing. There's the sexy, alluring. There is the,
Yes.
the arty girl. There's the romantic. And there's the dramatic.
Sporty.
And the sporty casual, thank you, which many a customer here at Shepherd's is.
Well,
And
this is fascinating.
It
This
really
is
is
interesting.
fun, fun,
And
fun. Love
I
it.
hope you enjoyed we showed you some examples of what dramatics are. And we'll be back next week with another personality.
We'll try another personality next time. Thank you, Elaine, very much for joining us today.
it was so much fun.
Thank you for being here too. Enjoy your day.